Yo, peace to y'all, man. So now we got Obama talking about aliens, bro. And I saved a few TikToks because I just wanted to react to some TikToks, and we'll search up some more. But yeah, bro. Like now Obama is confirming if aliens are real. I made my video on it, but we gonna react to some TikToks that I saved. You got Take Upon and spoke on it. Let's listen to Take Upon real quick.
Obama said aliens are real, y'all. He just admitted it on the podcast with somebody. He said aliens are real, bro.
Let me switch my.
So we don't gotta. He also said that, you know what I'm saying. He didn't know where they was kept or whatever for.
Mind you, because Obama's an alien. Mind you, the definition of alien just means a foreign citizen, right? So like immigrants are aliens, but at the same time, Obama is not revealing what he knows. So before we get into that, let's get into the actual clip.
If you had the opportunity to interview a former U.S. president, specifically, let's say President Obama, what would you ask him? Brian Tyler Cohen, host of the No Lie podcast, asked him what so many of us are dying to know.
I want to do a little bit of a lightning round here because it's not often I'll get access to the President of the United States. So a couple questions here. Are aliens real?
They're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it?
Area 51.
Area 51. There's no underground.
See how he said, "What is it?" Hold on, wait a minute. I don't want to say something y'all don't know. Nigga was gonna say Area 31. Oh, we never heard of that. What's Area 31? Nigga say one thing, it's over with.
Facility, unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the President of the United States.
Where's the follow-up?
I ain't gonna lie, the fact that
Brian? How does he know aliens are real?
He's scared.
Obama did, by the way, put to rest another popular conspiracy theory, though. He was asked if Tupac is alive.
All right.
Obama said, quote,
"No, we don't care about that. Pac, bro, Pac represented the energy. They did Pac. They got him out the way. You know what I'm saying? But you notice a different species of people here, and these aliens that they call alien, I think they're fallen entities. Somebody's sacrificing these people somebody's sacrificing the youth to these entities, not these people. Like, look at this guy. He's on.
What's wrong with eating babies? If we've got extra babies around that nobody wants, why can't we eat them, right?
How is that even real? And look at the guy who's gonna get pushed back to him.
I'm really worried about that line of thinking. I think that's wrong, and I think it's a little dangerous. It sounds almost.
Yo, that's why I like Arizona, because I was just driving and somebody said, "Shoot your local pedophile." They had like one of them stickers on their car, "Shoot your local pedophile," because that guy, he needs to be. I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna promote nobody to do anything, but that guy, where's his karma? Where's God? Where's Jesus to intervene with his heart? Where Jesus, like, where is his divine? Where is his who working on him? What type of being is this? You feel me?
Almost.
And he's on the Epstein
you're not
files.
you're just not imagining those circumstances.
No. So let me clarify, because this is important, right? So it has such terrible consequences, both in terms.
So I don't even know what the fuck that podcast is even about. Like, what are y'all even talking about?
Are aliens real? Former U.S.
So I saved a few videos, you know what I'm saying?
Various interviews where President Obama noticeably
We might have to look for some more, though.
changed his tone and became far more respectful of the notion that
Okay, Vladimir Putin.
there really is something to this UFO issue.
The aliens won't let it happen. You reveal all their secrets. They exercise strict control over us.
Clinton said he did go right in and he did check and there was nothing.
Well, that's what we're instructed to say.
Did you ever UFOs? Any UFOs? Did you ask about that?
Certainly asked about it.
And?
Can't tell you. Sorry.
Okay.
It used to be that UFOs was what is it? Roswell was the biggest conspiracy.
Yeah.
And now that seems so tame, right?
Right.
The idea that the government might have an alien spaceship.
There's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain.
So, to people that have any ounce of consciousness, the people that read Beheld the Pale Horse, people that read certain books and shit like that. I'm not the biggest scholar, but that book, I definitely tuned into it, right? I don't know everything. I'm not the smartest person, but The man said it was UFOs and UAPs and flying objects flying into the water. So then when you think about the NASA, them going to the moon and how they shot that at NASA studios and they were underwater acting like they was on the moon. And they'll never show us how their process of actually getting to the moon or trying to leave this planet or whatever they even say. I'm not a scientist. I don't know all the science facts. I don't know all the you know what I'm trying to say? I don't know everything. But the moon might be in our atmosphere. It might not be. It might be closer than you think. It might be further than you think. But they have connections to the moon. And then when you think about every time it's a full moon, your emotions get enraged. Everything is amplified. If you get mad at a full moon, it's easier to be mad during a full moon. It's easy to be lustful during a full moon. It's easy to be greed and envious in the full moon. It's easy to be jealous in the full moon for some reason. It amplifies your. It's easy to be bliss, happiness, whatever you want to amplify. That's what you could get. So Obama is somebody who works for the United States of America Corporation, which is a de facto government, who is lying to the people and usurping the energy, right? So do you think he's not privy to things that the American public doesn't know? So when he's talking, you gotta like look at his body language in his face. It really doesn't matter what he's saying. The fact he even speaking on this shit is like, that meaning has went to another scale. Or something's about to happen. Like he said, Roswell seemed tame now. That's nothing. Roswell crash, that's facts. But when that happened, they were doing everything in their fucking power to cover it up. And they waited a little bit, then they started dropping the movies. I'm actually watching Star Wars right now. And Star Wars talk about a lot of AI and a lot of extraterrestrials. And that's like damn near where we at right now. When I was young, I'm just damn near pay attention to the fighting and Anakin and his relationship with the girl. Because that's what gets you when you're young. But as I'm getting older, I'm like, okay, this is the shit that you really need to pay attention to. The robots playing sports in the background. It's certain shit I'm picking up watching these movies now. I'm like, okay, this is why people rewatch movies and shit like that. We'll take up on talk about
Obama said aliens are real, y'all. He just admitted it on the podcast with somebody. He said aliens are real, bro. So we don't gotta.
Oh, you can't play the video? I'm about to search up because one time I seen this theory that Obama is a clone of Akhenaten. I don't know how to spell his name. Of course they're not gonna show it. Akhenaten. Oh, somebody got a YouTube video on it.
Mummification has some strange property that we have not been able to reproduce. Mummification saves a viable cell for cloning. And all my life, all my days, I knew this because I studied ancient astronauts and I believe in these ancient high technologies. And I knew there was something mysterious, and even Time Warner told me that they could clone mummies. Sure enough, they did. In 1985, a mummy was cloned. All right? So the fact that we can clone, or that mummies can be cloned, but at the same time, when we try to clone, or try to mummify, our mummies rot. We don't know the technology of the ancient Egyptians. We don't understand how it's possible to clone a mummy, or to make a mummy. Right. So Lenin is rotting right now in the square, and they're having a big hoopla as to whether or not to actually bury him, because he's an icon of Russia. So that's going on right as we speak, and they're trying to decide whether or not to bury him. It is entirely possible that you can clone a mummy, and this particular bloodline of mummy seems to be very interesting and intriguing. Once you realize, okay, so the titles that the Secret Service gave the first family, renegade, okay, the definition of renegade, to turn on your people, to turn on your friends, to be an apostate, to be a backstabber. This is what renegade is, the definition. Then we find Michelle Obama. Now, look at this. Okay, I did not manipulate that photo one bit. That is her high school image. This is the same woman, Queen T, that I'm discussing. And so I'm going to leave you with the concept that perhaps our leaders have cloned this ancient bloodline of mummies, of pharaonic bloodline, and brought them back to life. As
You think they didn't? That's an interesting theory. What even gave him the downloads? What even gave him that's pseudo. Everything that's not backed by Smithsonian, by their they call it pseudo. You know how many doctors were saying like, oh, you don't believe in COVID? That's pseudo. You don't believe in Christopher Columbus? That's pseudo. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not a scientist. Who made you a psychologist? Who said you could talk about mental health? Who said you could talk about this? Who said I'm licensed? All you did was sit in a fucking school and another human graded your paper and now I understand peer review and rough draft and final draft. I still remember that school process. And the older I'm getting, yes, it is important to have levels of your brain working. You feel me? It's not just like, oh, fuck college. I understand. If I go to college now, if I go do the stuff now, it's for me. I understand why people want a better education so their mind can function, so they get more out of their mind, because your mind is God. So the more that you add on to your mind, the more that you add on to your soul, the more you connect with God, the universe, right? Which is all the same thing. It's all one source. So when somebody is like learning to develop their brain and to have information into this, like this guy, he learned information in a good way, in a beautiful way. It makes you want to learn information. But like the way that people in school learn information, or the way they teach you in school, it's like, I don't want to know that shit. I want to know science. Like if they would have just been in science class, like, hey, look, you're in a human body. You want to know why your stomach hurt, right? Yeah, I do. You want to know why your hair hurt, right? Yeah, I do. We would have paid attention if it would have been like, you want to know why you get angry and you happy at this moment? Yeah. But let me tell you about the brain. Let me tell you about, they didn't connect it like that. They said, this is this part of your brain that controls this, and this part of this part, this is that. Like just, and I had a science teacher who was teaching biology. Her name, I forgot her name, but she was like Indian, you know, she was like a Habibi Indian, not like indigenous American Indian. She was like, be quiet, be quiet. She always be like, be quiet, be quiet. She didn't even know how to say auto. She should say like autotones. Like her whole voice was just so funny to me, bro. She was a nice Habibi lady, Habasha, Arab, like lady. She was super nice to us, but we was bad. And we used to roast her accent. We made her feel bad about her accent and shit. We was bad. But she used to be like, be quiet. Like, we need people that's going to speak that it resonates.
Our first family.
So we can learn. Would you eat anything that comes from here? Barack Obama. So yeah, man, that was an interesting little video. Shout out to Illuminati News. This video was posted in 2010. You feel me? That was a little interesting video. I was trying to find that picture for y'all. It's like a picture where they got them like side by side. Look at that. You see what I'm saying? Shoot me, you could never do me. All I gotta say is that. They kind of probably removed it off the internet for real. It used to be side by side pictures. They said that's Big Mike. Well, Obama is, we ain't gonna talk about his sexuality. That shit doesn't really have nothing to do with it. But yeah, he definitely on that. He definitely on that timing.
He also said that, you know what I'm saying, he didn't know when he was kept or whatever, folk, because it was probably a conspiracy, folk. You know what I'm saying? Against my faith. I want y'all to hear it, bro. I want y'all to hear it, because I want y'all to hear it right. I don't want to be messing up what he was saying, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna play it for y'all, bro.
they're real, but I haven't seen them, and they're not being kept in what is it, Area 51. There's no underground facility unless there's this enormous conspiracy, and they hid it from the president of the United States. What was the first question?
And I believe that it was a big conspiracy where they hid actually what was going on, like to the president of the United States, bro. Because it's an actual movie that just came out probably a month or so ago that literally is covering like the whole like government. It's government officials, bro. That's present and past government officials talking in this movie about extraterrestrial objects being found. Some of them crashed. The aliens was in them. Like, bro, I'm telling you, I want to know what's the movie called. One of y'all want to help me with that? It literally just came out, bro. Where they talking about this, and they talking about in the movie where it's like they basically, the people who know this, bro, they kept it from the president. A lot of them, bro. They kept it from the president. A lot of the information, bro, that they knew, they didn't even tell the commander in chief of the country, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I could believe Obama when he said that, like, yeah, unless it was a bigger conspiracy where they kept it from the president of the United States. It was
because Barack Obama. I was talking to my mom yesterday, and it's sometimes I be trying to be like, not my folks be thinking I'm mad at them, but I'm just like, yo, when you call my phone regurgitating like bullshit, I don't want to hear that. Like, oh, Trump and this isn't like Trump is a puppet bot. Get the fuck off the world stage. Wake up. I'm trying to tell, like, I don't got time to tell folks like I don't got time for that. I'm not trying to, especially like I'm like, I don't want to even talk about that shit right now. I'm just checking on you. You feel me? But like a lot of people think presidents have power. They think presidents have actual fucking power, bro. They think presidents are running something. Presidents are running the office, the house. They're the manager. You know what I'm saying? They don't own shit. They don't have no power, bro. If Trump had power, he would have gave y'all niggas $2,000. And what the fuck is $2,000, bro? He did that shit one time, and they're like, you ain't gonna do that shit no more, nigga. Pay taxes. That's why it's TurboTax ads everywhere and all this goofy shit. Fuck them taxes, man. I'll pay that shit when I want to, nigga. So here's the thing, though, right? The president, all the presidents are related, and they all are assigned to roles. They're not assigned to figure out the extraterrestrial. They're not assigned for that shit. Unless a president has certain interest in it. Your military know more about aliens than your president. But they say the president is the leader of the military, right? But it's still, it's ranks, bro. They show this shit on all the movies. Even Tay said he just saw a movie that's talking about it. I don't know which movie or a documentary you're talking about, though. But yeah. You gotta know, too, that these aliens that they talking about that got different complexions and shit. Obama, Gaddafi for the Jews. Ooh, that's tough. Yeah, Gaddafi was somebody that actually was trying to help put the gold reserve back to his people. But yeah, bro, there's so many conspiracies on the earth. You gotta remember the term conspiracy was coined by the government. Barack Obama is talking when everything's clear. Nigga, talk about them Epstein files. We already know about aliens. He trying to talk about shit that we don't need confirmation on. Talk about something that we don't know, nigga. Be a whistleblower. Give us something, because you ain't give us nothing, Obama. But I'm out, though, man. Hit that like if y'all enjoyed this video, bro. If y'all want to catch a glitch show, y'all can tap in. Hit my email.